The announcement that Fabric Copilot, including Power BI Copilot, will now be available for all Fabric SKUs means there's going to be an explosion in the uptake and adoption of the Copilot experiences in Fabric. Particularly, I think, the Power BI Copilot consumer experience for an end user to ask questions of the data. And a big feature shown in the keynote was for this Copilot experience to be available directly as a main menu item in the Fabric service. So this means that Copilot is no longer restricted to a specific report or model. The user doesn't have to know which semantic model or report they need to go into in order to answer their question, but rather they can search from the Fabric service homepage and have their engine automatically search across all of the reports and semantic models that they have access to. Christian showed that it actually performs a semantic ranking search across all these reports and models and shows what it believes are the most relevant results, with relevancy based on factors such as the number of views the report has, its endorsement level, and even a seniority or closeness to your team in terms of the organizational structure in MS Graph that the Copilot engine can reference through Entra. But finding the right report is one thing. The other challenge is being able to answer the user prompt with the right response. As a generative AI tool, Copilot needs the business context as to what the data means in order to be able to do this. The message at FabCon was very much to treat it as a new data analyst in your team. Train it, teach it your business lingo, and guide it on how to answer certain types of queries. As a report developer, for years in Power BI, you've been able to add some of this business lingo, things like synonyms and acronyms, into the semantic model through the Q&A experience in Power BI Desktop. The linguistic schema produced through this has always been quite rich and is able to be leveraged by Copilot when trying to understand user prompts. Christian also showed in the keynote this idea of verified answers, where in Power BI Desktop you can add metadata against a particular visual to indicate the business topic that it is covering or the types of questions that a visual would be able to answer. Let's have a look at the demo.
Customer retention in 2024. Now, understandably, Copilot doesn't know what I'm talking about. How would it? Without prior knowledge, a human wouldn't know this visual is about customer retention either. So, just as you would train a new data analyst on your team, I want to educate Copilot on business context using the verified answer feature. Anytime someone asks for cohort retention analysis or customer retention, it's pretty likely they'd be interested in this visual. Now, Copilot will understand how to use this report. And if a user asks for customer retention, they'll get back the verified answer visual. So we ask that Power BI report creators, and there are many of you, join us on this AI transformation journey by helping train Copilot just as you would a new data analyst on your team.
Now, this is really good, but we don't want the user to know which reports to go and have the conversation with the data, right?
Good point, Amir. So let's switch to the business user experience who barely knows what a semantic model is, believe it or not, but happens to be an expert on how to run a business. Let's go ahead and ask for sales over time. And this first step in the discovery process is critical that we get right. There could be thousands of artifacts referring to this term. We have one shot to engage the user. The LLM performed a semantic search based on relevancy signals, such as business definition relevance. How popular is the artifact? Who created it? Is that person part of my organization? And we can, of course, analyze Microsoft Graph for organizational proximity. But in this particular case, I can even see the first report. It's used by my leadership team's app. It's clearly driving business decisions, and it's a trusted source. So I'll go ahead and use number one. We'll get back this nice LLM-generated summary, full with citations. Now I'm off to the races, right? I'm having a conversation with the data.
You can have follow-up questions.
Yeah, let's go ahead and filter, I don't know, filter by sales in Europe. I can now go ahead and expand how Copilot arrived at this to see exactly which filters were applied. And this, of course, Patrick, it will honor the one-leg security rules. No worries. All right, now, but I know what you're thinking, Amir. What if I want to dig a little deeper? Maybe I want to do some slice and dice. Do I need to completely lose context and open?
No, look, I want to slice the pivoting.
Well, of course. Well, fear not. I can simply click explore this visual from right here in the chat experience, and I get full-blown slice and dice. click, you drag, you drop in data analysis directly from the Copilot chat experience. That's what I'm talking about. What do you reckon? Insane, right? Pretty cool. All right. So I can say.
It's going to be very interesting to see how this develops further, with I'm sure other ways to train Copilot directly within Power BI that Microsoft will make available. In addition, a structured way of providing context is actually to have a data agent, which is a specialist in specific topic and datasets. And this is what we'll look at next.